present PGA Tour coverage. Located in Charlotte, North Carolina, Quail Hollow was originally designed by the architect George Cobb back in 1961. And Frank, it features one of the most imposing finishing stretches on tour. They call it the Green Mile.
Yeah, 16, 17, and 18. What a great test and a wonderful way to finish this golf course. It has a nice flow to it. Anytime you're in the Carolinas, all these mature trees that really define the fairways. Everything's in front of you. Some greens with certainly a lot of pace out there. You tested every club in the bag. This is a great golf course.
Frank, he is one of the longest hitters in the game, but at some point, you have to hit a fairway.
Yeah, he's certainly not the straightest. I think that was the bit you're going to put in the middle.
Into the tall cabbage. That ball is swallowed up. Ball sitting down here in the rough. He's digging in. Well, that's what the great ones do. From the rough, they use their skill and their strength to get it out and get it close. Second shot coming out of the rough here. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. That's not how you picture it, Frank, when you step on that first tee.
No, you'd like to go back to that first tee right now and start again. It's no snack, though.
Wow, he got robbed, Frank.
No, it's like kissing your mother-in-law.
These putts keep the round together. -1 in the early going. Just a shade over par, +1. Teeing it up here at the second hole, Frank, it's a short par 3.
Yeah, it plays a little bit downhill, about half a club reach. There's a sort of shallow bunker in that back area, and also that green starts to reduce in size on the left side. Good par 3. Should be safely on deck.
That is an excellent play right there. The approach, giving him another good look. Makeable putt right here. He is currently sitting at 1 under for the round. Now 2 to the good side. Settles in over the putt. That's a birdie for McIlroy. He's just so explosive. Moving on to the third hole now. It's a par 4, 452 yards.
Big sweeping dogleg left, and the fairway actually goes in the opposite direction of the dogleg. Must hit a good tee shot for 2 reasons. One, to find the fairway, and also the length of this hole, over 450 yards.
We moved that one out there, but he is not going to like the lie.
That moved down in the rough.
Into the thick stuff, that's a difficult lie. Second shot from the rough. It's on the way. Well, Jordan Spieth simply is one of the great young talents to come along in years, Frank.
Yeah, one of the best things about Jordan is we don't know how good he's going to get, and that's a compliment.
In the cup. What a shot. Can't get much better than that. And setting up here in the rough. Well, this one should be safely on deck here. Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on there. Easy birdie. Even par currently.
That's 1 under on the day. For the fourth hole here at Quail Hollow, just under 490 yards.
Yeah, they used to have the tee on the right side, which actually made that tee shot very uncomfortable. When they put the new tee box in on the left side, it's a little easier to hit that fairway because that fairway slopes from right to left. It's on for a little extra. long just meant longer.
I mean, he just blasted it down the fairway, well over 325 yards. Right out of the center of the bat.
Did you hear that?
Frank, what are we looking at here on the second shot to the fourth?
Another green with 3 different levels. This time, though, the green runs away a lot from the right towards the left. You cannot afford to miss the green on the right.
Oh, it looked like he caught a flyer right there, Frank.
Well, I don't know what he caught, but this is way too much.
So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. Let's see if he does it here.
Just a superb shot.
You're not going to see much better than that all day today.
See if Spieth can knock this in for his par. Oh, you can see the frustration. Almost kicked his putter head right there with a drop shot here at the fourth. Trying to get out of here with just one dropped shot. This is for bogey. Three under on the day. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. He can really get red hot with a putter. Let's see what McIlroy does. So with that, the score is now at even par. Frank, in today's modern game where players are hitting it so far, I always feel like one of the more exciting holes is a reachable par 5, and here we are at the 5th, 570 yards.
Yeah, this is reachable providing you hit a good drive. Otherwise, it becomes very awkward on the layup, sort of often threading the ball out of trees and just trying to find some sort of third shot. So to your point, big advantage with a good tee shot here.
certainly pays a price for that.
Yeah, when you don't see the top of the ball in the rough, you know it's not sitting pretty. You need a bit of force to extract one out of there.
He's going to have to find something, Frank, other than the rough.
Yeah, there's hitting it right and there's hitting it left, but when you've got to go out of both barrels, the game becomes hard.
Well, certainly playable from here. Ball is in the first cut. Oh, no, look out, Frank. I think he flushed that one.
Oh, this is going, gone.
Frank did the prudent thing there, didn't he?
Yeah, in the end, really, you could have turned that into a disaster instead. Actually, a good chance, really, to perhaps get away with par.
Frank, this ball's in the rough. You like to hinge just a little bit quicker on the takeaway when the ball is down like this?
No, when it's down, you've just got to make sure that you wind up almost like you're hitting a tee shot. This is not one to be dallied with. You've got to hit it powerfully, and you really have to focus on that club getting through the grass, past the ball, and out the other side.
This is a good-looking shot. Frank landed it on the green.
It was never going to stop.
No chance. Set to go. Not an easy shot by any means. Chance for birdie after that beautiful shot. And getting ready for the putt. That's good work right there. Just a tap in. Playing his third here at the par 5. That is professional with a capital P right there.
That's stealing.
Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. He'll take par and move on. Now set to tee off at the 6th. It is a long par 3, 250 yards.
We could take a little bit off for the downhill, but whichever way you look at it, it's still going to be a beefy par 3 Protected on the left by that front bunker, and if you sort of scoot one long, there's another bunker over there as well.
That will be a great look at birdie. Frank, Rory McIlroy had his coming out party on the PGA Tour right here at Quail Hollow. That was in 2010. You remember that final round 62?
We certainly do, Rich. That great finish to post 62. Personally, I thought that was the best round shot in 2010. And not just because it was his first win, but it showed you what he was capable of. And then obviously we've got to see that ever since.
This is a 9-footer. Man,
I just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Has the putt, and now at -1. Did the job right there. Frank, there's a lot to chew on here as you get to the tee at the 532-yard par 5-7.
In today's game, 530 plus change you think is incredibly short. And look at the trouble in front of you. Water all the way down the right side and around that right side. Bunkers left. This is not for the faint of heart.
Frank, that's as good as I have seen all day long.
I think we've got to blame that on the weather. That weather, the wind had to help that ball give it another 20, 30 yards.
Frank, getting set for this approach shot. Our featured golfer is a player, it's obvious, in full flight right now.
It is. This is where it doesn't matter what the sport is, and golf is a great example for it, though, where when you play your best, it's almost like you're just playing out of your subconscious. Everything happens, it just flows, and you don't really think about it.
Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. On the green in regulation. Let's see what McIlroy does now with his second. Shouldn't be a problem here. -3 now for the round. Set now over the putt. It's a very makeable putt here. He is currently 5 under for his round. Starting to put something special together. 6 under par. Out of the short par 4-8 here at Quail Hollow, just 350 yards. Frank, players can lay it up and just hit a little baby wedge into the green, but why not go for it in one, try to make something happen?
I think both plans work well, Rich. This is one of those holes, the more you think about it, the more complicated it gets. You're going to lay it up, lay it up. If you're going to go for it, just aim at that tree and hit it down there. Just take your medicine.
Frank had hit the green, but just didn't have enough backspin.
Yeah, you wonder what he's thinking on that.
See a little bit off balance on the tee, and that one is going to be in the rough. We moved that one out there, but he is not going to like the lie.
That moved down in the rough.
This requires a lot of speed through the ball. Birdie try up next. Second shot coming out of the rough here. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point.
When you consider the length of that putt, that's a good putt.
These putts keep the round together. Knocks that putt in for par to stay at 3 under. 8-foot putt here. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie, and what a day it's been. Frank, this is a really good way to finish out the front side here at Quail Hollow. 495-yard par 4.
Yeah, it's the longest par 4 at Quail Hollow. Some say it might be the toughest. I'm not quite in that camp. And the reason why, that green slopes in from both sides, the left and the right. But you can see why good drivers have done well here, because there's a big reward for thumping a big, long, straight drive down here.
That's an absolute tracer right there. In the fairway and well over 320 yards. Oh, this looks good.
Certainly is.
Well, this is going to be an interesting day. The wind is howling, or as they would say in Scotland, just a wee breeze. Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid. Chance to close out the front side here with a birdie. So young and so accomplished already. Jordan Spieth, ready with his approach. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Well, there's an opportunity wasted.
Just knock it in for a par and let's forget about this one. Golf is not about perfect, but it is going to hurt the cause.
Three under on the day. As this putt for birdie. Moves to -8. Just a superb performance on the front side. He's hoping to keep it going here on the back nine, Frank.
The game is so much easier when you're swinging well, putts are going in. Really, you've just got to keep out of your own way.
Always makes the hole easier, playing it from the fairway. He's going to have to find something, Frank, other than the rough.
Yeah, he's hitting it right and he's hitting it left, but when you've got to go out of both barrels, the game becomes hard.
Crucial eagle attempt on the way. Not in the fairway, but not too bad. Just in that first cut. This has really been a challenge all day long with these winds coming from different directions, changing speeds. It's gone from 15 upwards to 25 miles per hour. Really a test for the players. And getting ready for the putt. Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
Just 5 feet left. Just singes the edge, Frank.
Yeah, but at least he's burning the edges. You know you're hitting good putts.
Standing over his birdie putt. You may have lost track at home, but we're keeping count, and that is 9 under for the day. That's a birdie for McIlroy. He's just so explosive. Now to the par 4 11. Frank, what do you think of this hole?
It's an interesting hole, Rich, and I'm curious to see how aggressive players will play here today. The easy way, obviously, is just hit it down the right side and set up a nice second shot with a short iron. Or the most fun way is to take the big stick out and try and bite off as much of that corner as you choose, but be prepared to pay the price should it not come off.
Good contact, good result. He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball. And this shot, he is on the fairway, over 300 yards. Paying attention like a little kid at school, Frank. That baby's sitting up.
Sitting up? It's got the best view as well. You don't even need binoculars from where that ball is.
Frank, what's your thinking here on this approach shot at the 11th?
Rich, this is another one. You have to favor the high side, which is the right side of this par 4. And if the flag's in the back corner, just be careful because everything slopes away from you, off the back left of the green.
This is a good-looking shot. He's making the game look very simple right now. See it, hit it, and he's got it right on track. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Wow, what a shot.
What are the chances of making it from there?
Not a gimme, but well within his range. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Here we are now at the 12th, and Frank, this is a beautiful but dangerous hole, par 4.
It is in a number of ways. The hole bends gently to the right, which you'd think would favor a nice little fade, but the fairway just seems to shrink up. I've seen this fairway missed by so many good players. And plus its yardage, 450 odd. You can't really lay back too far, otherwise you've got too long for your second shot.
He pays a price for that.
Yeah, when you don't see the top of the ball in the rough, you know it's not sitting pretty. Going to need a bit of force to extract one out of there.
Good strike, good lie, good chance to attack the pin. Second shot coming out of the rough here. Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
But still not done. A good third shot, maybe get away here with par.
Jordan Spieth ready for his second shot. On the green and looking at a birdie opportunity. Well, certainly playable from here. Ball is in the first cut. Not too bad. Boy, this could be a tough one right here, Frank.
It's a very long putt, Rich. Obviously, it's difficult, but he still has a shot to sink this one for birdie.
Well, you couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. Shouldn't be a problem here. Oh my goodness, he missed it. He missed a bunny. That's like missing a layup in basketball. Has this now for bogey. Now at 5 under for the round. Getting set now over the putt. Under par on the day. Here we are at the par 3, 13th hole. It's 210 yards. What does it take here, Frank?
It's one actually where you'd rather be conservative than aggressive here. And the reason why is this green tends to roll off at the back and the front and the middle there. So it's just something that pitches more in the central part of the green is really what's required. See that bit where they mow? That's fairway. Try and get it in there.
Safely aboard. Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. Good chunk of real estate here, 22 feet away. That may have been a bit too much to ask for there, that distance putt, Frank.
Yeah, it's fine to be greedy before you hit the putt, but after you've hit it, 2 from that distance is fine.
Spieth over a par putt. Wow, I thought he made that. Wow, he got robbed, Frank.
No, it's like kissing your mother-in-law.
Rory McIlroy looking to take advantage with this putt. Six under par now. He needs this for bogey. So that's a drop shot. Wow, Frank, this is a really good little par 4, isn't it, the 14th?
It is, and this is where one of those strong 3-woods comes in. The last 50 or 60 yards as the ball kicks down and towards the left, and it sounds like an aggressive play, but like a hard 3-wood trying to run it down there is actually not a bad play.
Is it drivable?
It is drivable, but it's whether it's worth the risk.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
Certainly had enough power, didn't have any touch. Frank, you played in conditions all over the world. Here come the winds now. What's the mindset?
Well, this is really what separates the men from the boys. This is where you've got to tell yourself, and it's an advantage to you. Obviously, the scores will go up a little bit, given the conditions. But once again, this is going to suit the stronger player today.
You like the old phrase, swing easy when it's breezy?
Definitely when you're hitting it into a head breeze. But if down breeze, tee it up a little bit, try and ride that wind some more.
So getting set for a greenside bunker shot. Frank, when I think of the great bunker players in the history of the sport, I think about Gary Player, Seve Ballesteros, whom you knew so well. What did they do that made them so effective on these greenside bunker shots?
They had an attitude for a start that was different. For them, it was they saw possibilities. And they would imagine the amount of sand. Remember, because this is the only shot in golf where you don't have to hit the ball first. So they would really choose the amount of sand behind the ball, whether that was an inch or 2. Aim the club at that and made sure they followed through.
You see that kind of work from the bunker, you think of the greats like Seve Ballesteros and Gary Player, the best bunker players of all time. Second shot coming out of the rough here. Frank, we've all been there. You hit one in the water, you're down. How do you regroup?
You've got to start from scratch again. Everybody's going to hit bad shots. That's just the nature of the game. But compounding mistakes, that's the problem that you want to avoid.
This now the 4th shot after the last one was in the water.
Yeah, just somehow just get it on the green.
And getting ready for the putt. Well, too bad he gives one back.
Birdie chance now for Jordan Spieth.
Did the job right there. We're now teed up at the 15th hole. It is the final par 5 here at Quail Hollow, 577 yards. And Frank, I remember this hole well. McIlroy stiffed a 5-iron on his way to making eagle, his first PGA Tour win. That came back in 2010.
And the opportunity exists again here. Under 600 yards, plays downhill off the tee. Those two bunkers on the right are perfectly situated. That second one about 310 yards to it. So something straight at that one with a little draw will set up that mid-iron or long iron that has to be hit very high and uphill.
Well, this one's sweet, Frank.
Super.
Frank, who knows, with a green mile looming ahead starting at 16, this might be the last great chance for a player to really make something happen.
And Rich, you're going to get a very high second shot, something that gets up very quickly. And the reason why, I don't think there's a flat portion on this green.
Missed that one, and it is going towards the rough. You have to think he'll be happy with that, given that it looked like it was headed right for the rough.
Yeah, it looked like that was the only place it was going to finish, but, well, it's a little bit unexplainable. Let's see what he does from here now. Lucky break.
Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
Looks like he just misread that. This one just requires a little bit of focus. Frank, that's just a really good putt right there.
Yeah, that's why you call lag putting. You get outside a certain distance and really your mind has to be about two putting and not trying to be a hero.
Not a gimme, but well within his range. Frankie took plenty of time on this birdie putt. He looked at it from 3 different angles. He forgot one very important ingredient.
Yeah, pace. You can definitely fall in love with the line, even with approach shots as well, but obviously we see it more on putting.
Always like to get the double figures under par. 10 under already. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. This is the start of what some say is the toughest finishing stretch on the PGA Tour. It's known as the Green Mile. Frank, what makes it so challenging?
Well, this hole in particular, Rich, the dogleg right, it means it plays every inch of it's just over 500 yards. That bunker you can see down the right, 325 yards to carry that. If you can fly the ball that far, at least you can chew off 2/3 of this hole, and that is well required here. Otherwise, it's a long, long second shot.
Paying attention like a little kid at school, Frank. That baby's sitting up.
Sitting up. It's got the best view as well. You don't even need binoculars from where that ball is. This is not heading in the right direction.
No, it looks like it's going to be in the rough. Frank, way offline all day long.
Yeah, this is a head scratcher, really. Seen him play before. Normally much better than this. This is abnormal, that's for sure.
Well, this one should be safely on deck here. Coming out of the rough and right up next to the hole. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Locked in on the read and the speed. How does that not go in?
Amazing. Stroke looked good. Line looked good. Just did not take that final break.
Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. So close, just a tap in from there. Putt for par. He needs one. In for par. How about 5 under par for the day? Just 2 holes remaining here at Quail Hollow in Charlotte, North Carolina. This is the signature par 3, 221 yards, the 17th.
And they have a multitude of tees here. One of the new back tees is actually where the old 16th green was. And if you think don't go left is the way to play, then that won't work either, because right's not that much good. This is it. Stand on the tee, and you better hit a good shot.
Frank, it hit the green, but just didn't have enough backspin.
Yeah, you wonder what he's thinking on that.
Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid. Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on there. Easy birdie.
Ends up in the first cut, and he'll have a pretty good look at the hole location from here. Jordan Spieth can really roll it, has good feel. Let's see what he does with this putt. And he has it.
A good putt redeems all.
Getting set now over the putt. Starting to put something special together. 6 under par.
Here we are, the 18th hole at Quail Hollow. Simply put, Frank, a player needs to hit maybe his best tee shot of the day.
I would agree with you, Rich. If you were to measure this hole from trees on the left to trees on the right, it's actually a really wide fairway or expansive land. But that creek that just meanders its way through the middle of this hole completely changes the nature of this hole. And consequently, you get the nail on the head. If you don't hit a good tee shot, you will rack up something here. And I've got no idea how big it would be.
Like the looks of this one.
Oh, yeah.
The green is up above, and this will play at least a club longer. Great way to finish off the final approach shot with a birdie opportunity. Jordan Spieth ready for his second shot. Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. Just a tap in to finish the hole. Always to the long lag putt, the speed number one, and then the read, and missed out on that second part. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Did a nice job with that putt. Good read, good speed.
It's no snack, though.
Wow, that's disappointing. Chance to get too deep on one hole, and you leave it short.
Well, the good thing is he didn't miss it, right? It didn't go past and miss. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We'll never know.
Okay. Still has a chance for birdie, too.
Right, okay. I like that. It's a positive attitude.
In for par. Well, not going to make par here. He needs this to only give up one. Really has it going. 5 under. Frank, just some great golf here today.
Yeah, that's a round to remember. Not often you play that well and you feel like you were head and shoulders above the rest of the field.
What a thrill to watch. And for Frank Nobilo and our entire team, I'm Rich Lerner saying so long for now.